Light the candles. Get the ice out. Roll the rug up. It's today. Though it may not be anyone's birthday, and though it's far from the first of the year, I know that this very minute has history in it. We're here. It's a time for making merry, and so I'm for making hay. Tune the ground up, dance your shoes off, strike the band up. It's today. Call the cops out. Raise a racket. Pull the stops out. Pull out the stops. It's today. Light the candle. Fill the punch bowl. Drunken night. It's today. There's a thank you. You can get right. If you live right. All the way. For the Scotch hold the roof down. Fellas, watch out. It's
Oh,
Woohoo! Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us and welcome to Greatspeed. I'm Donna Lynn Hilton, producer for Goodspeed Musicals. Hi, Dan.
hi, and I'm Dan McMahon, Director of Marketing. And tonight, as you can tell, we're going to look back at Mame, which was our 2012 production. I cannot believe it's been that long.
I know, but man, God bless Jerry Herman. That man knew how to build a number.
Oh, boy. Yeah,
Amazing,
and
amazing.
this team knew how to put it on our
They
stage.
sure did. They sure did.
Before we get started, though, I just want to make sure we invite all of you to our gala, our virtual gala this year. It's October 29th, so it's 2 weeks from Thursday. It's called Shaking the Blues Away, a virtual gala for Goodspeed. So, and I think it's totally appropriately titled. And what it is, it's one of a kind. It's never going to happen again. But basically, it's a musical. Yeah, right.
God willing.
A musical tour through the Opera House with Broadway and Goodspeed stars singing like amazing songs. It's something you don't want to miss. And for our Goodspeed members, tickets are free as long as you renew your membership by October 23rd. So you've got some time. You can call the box office. You can go to the website and we'll help you out there. And if you're not a member, you can join and become a member, or tickets are also for sale for just $25. Go to goodspeed.org and join us. And and if you can't make it that night, it's available for a whole week afterwards. So you've got a whole week, and I'm telling you, I've seen a few clips, and it's really amazing.
It is really amazing. Thank you, Dan. Our team put together a really incredible show, and like Dan says, we've never done anything like it, so please don't miss it. Okay. I want to offer a special welcome to our friends down under. We have a little group of people in
Yeah.
Australia who enjoy Greatspeed. So thank you all so much for joining us, and stay safe and well down there. Okay. So let's get on to Mame, featuring music and lyrics by Jerry Herman, book by Jerome Lawrence and Robert E. Lee. Goodspeed's production was directed by Ray Roderick, who did so many beautiful shows for us, 42nd Street, Singing in the Rain, and Mame, choreographed by Vince Pesce. This is some of the best choreography we have ever had on the Goodspeed stage. Just the way he filled that stage was amazing. Set design by James Youmans, lighting by Charlie Morrison, costume design by the incredible Gregg Barnes, who's going to join us tonight, and our own Michael O'Flaherty, music directed with orchestrations by Dan DeLange. That first clip featured Louise Pitre and the company of Mame in the opening number, It's Today, and introducing us to Mame Dennis and her fun-loving, freewheeling friends and lifestyle. So into that scene arrives Mame's young nephew, Patrick, and his caretaker, Gooch. We'll see more about them later on tonight, and then you're off and running and just having a really fun evening. And a really loving evening too. It's really a beautiful show. So let's welcome our guests. Canada's theatrical queen, Louise Pitre, and quite possibly the sexiest Mame that there ever was, and
or
Tony
will
Award-winning Tony Award-winning costume designer Gregg Barnes.
Hi,
guys. Hello, Gregg.
Hello,
Oh my
Louise.
gosh. I've been looking forward to seeing you both, and finally, it's today.
Call the cops out. Yeah, it's today. It's great. It's so good to see you guys. So we like to start with, how are you? How have you been? What have you been up to? How have you been riding out pandemic? So Louise, how about you? Where are you? How have you been holding up?
Okay, first of all, I have to say I'm really emotional after seeing that opening number. Holy shit. I gotta say, I can't believe how I was feeling watching that. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm over it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm in Toronto at home. Joe and I are here with our dog Rico in our condo. We were in the middle of a run of a show that we had put together at the Seagull Center in Montreal when all this came down. So we had to cut the run short and get home. So, you know what? We're fine. I'm thankful to be where I am. That we're together at home, and I'm cooking up a storm, which is my love, and we're writing a musical for kids. That's what we're doing.
Oh,
wow. I want to
wow.
hear more about that. That'll be another meeting, though. Gregg, how are you? Where are you?
I'm good. I'm in the West Village. I've been in this apartment since March. And I've been well. It was funny. I've told this to many people. For the first month or maybe 5 weeks, I'm working on a new musical based on Some Like It Hot for whenever we have a future. And for the first 6 weeks, I was so industrious. And then I slept for a month after I was industrious.
Yeah.
And so now I'm trying to find my feet in this new reality. But it's really great to be here. And Louise, I could see you earlier when I was having trouble logging in, and I was waving like mad and blowing you kisses, but I couldn't. You didn't know it. So.
Oh my God! It's so great to see you. I can't believe it.
Have you seen one another since the production? Oh my goodness!
No.
Oh boy!
No.
And Gregg created such incredible looks for you, Louise, on this. And I was trying to remember this afternoon how many costumes you had.
17.
17.
I remember. 17. Each one more beautiful than the last one. Can I talk about that for a minute?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I, to this day, you have no idea how often I've talked about that. But Gregg, and I know you'll remember this, at one of my final fittings in New York, where they were making the costumes, when you fit me with that amazing fuchsia velvet gown that I wore in the very last scene. And I stood there and I cried.
Oh.
And the two wonderful seamstresses stopped and thought, what's wrong? You know, she hates the dress. Are you kidding? And I ended up telling you how at this very moment I was living my Barbie dream. When I was a kid, I had a Barbie, only one, But I had these beautiful costumes, and I was anal about keeping them all great. And one of them was this long pink gown with a long velvet cape that went over it, and it was fuchsia. And I remember telling you this, crying, saying, I cannot believe. And then when we got to East Haddam, when I got there, I brought my Barbie.
Oh.
I did, because I wanted to tell you about, I wanted to show you why I cried. Remember that, Greg?
I
walked
never
into the
forget
costume
it.
shop and with my Barbie case, and I showed you the actual gown and long coat. And I told you, this is why I cried. No, that's not the one.
That's not the one.
But that's an equally amazing one. It's the one
Equally
in the last scene, the velvet one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we have a picture of it, Michael.
I showed it to you, and then you told me the most amazing Barbie story ever. I have no idea if you want to tell that story now, but I have told it a million times to other people because it is the best
my
story I've ever heard.
Beautiful.
Oh my God.
Hey, you know, I'd love to keep talking about. We should look at another clip.
Yeah.
Everyone is here. They love hearing this behind the scenes, but they're dying for video. So, let's go just a little bit further into the first act with Louise and Eli Baker, who play young Patrick.
Oh, Eli!
Oh yeah, we'll talk about him. So let's take a look at Open a New Window.
Oh.
Look out there. At what? Oh, at everything, my little love. Open a new window, open a new door, travel a new highway that's never been tried before you find you're a dull fellow, punching the same clock, walking the same tightrope as everyone on the block. The fellow you want to be is three-dimensional, soaking up life down to your toes. Whenever they say you're slightly unconventional, just put your thumb up to your nose and show them how to dance to a new rhythm, whistle a new song, toast to a new vintage. The fizz doesn't fizz too long. There's only one way to make the bubble stay. Simply travel a new highway, dance to a new rhythm, open a new window every day.
Beautiful, Eli. So Connecticut's own, born and raised in Glastonbury, Connecticut. And I don't think he had ever done anything like that when he auditioned and was cast in our production. He was just such a pro. He was amazing.
You know what? He had that thing that you cannot teach. And he had such heart, but such love and kindness and awareness. He was way more mature than his years. Yeah. He would actually react to me like a scene. If I cried, I remember one night he actually reached over and touched the tear coming down my face, and I thought, wow, man, I can do anything with that kid. He was incredible.
Yeah, he continued acting. He went on, he was in a series.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if anyone wants to look that up. He was in a series briefly, and I think that he is a student at Duke University now.
Oh my God.
I know, I was hoping he'd show up in the
feed.
feed.
Get back to me.
Little Eli. Oh,
I think we lost.
Oh no!
Greg, but hopefully we'll be able to get him back.
How can it be that the internet in New York is worse than our backwoods Connecticut? I can't even believe that.
Time and time again, it is. Yeah. Anyway, so while we're on Eli, we can look at another. We have a clip of My Best Girl. So let's take a look at that. Get your tissues, Louise.
Oh my God.
You're my best foe. You're handsome and brave and strong. There's nothing we two can't face. If you're with me, whatever comes, we'll see that trouble never comes. And if someday another foe comes along, determined to take your place, I hope he's resigned to falling behind my best bow. And if someday when everything turns out wrong, you're through with the human race, come running to me, for I'll always be your best girl. My best girl.
Boy, the connection between you two on stage, well, off stage just showed on stage.
Yeah.
That wasn't acting going on a lot.
No, honestly, I mean, it was acting. It was good acting. It was true acting, but there was a definite connection between us two. We would talk so much off stage, and he was always there before the show started doing his warm up and his. Well, he was incredible. He was so incredible. I adored him. So
And now,
very
Louise,
funny.
you were incredible. You are incredible. But how did we get so lucky to have you on our stage? How did this happen?
I think Ray Roderick asked me.
I think I was asked.
And I went to meet him in New York, and sang with him, and met Judy Blazer, who came in, and a couple other people who read with me, and
Yep.
away we went. I mean, yeah, I was thrilled because I had always told myself, Mame and Gypsy. I mean, if I get to do that once, both those two shows, I'll be really happy. And this was such a gift. I mean, who does Mame, and why don't they do it more often?
No.
I know.
It is the most wonderful show, and it is still to this day timely as can be. It's incredible.
Dan asked Michael Fling, our artistic associate, asked a question this afternoon that I couldn't remember the answer to. He asked if we had done any work on the show, and I don't think that we did much in the way of script work or editing.
No.
It's just
changes
out of the box.
No.
Yeah.
No, you don't need to. It's
No.
incredible. It's really quite incredible.
Yeah.
I remember reading the script and thinking, wow, you could do this right now and anywhere,
Mhm.
and it would be timely.
If you had the costume budget.
Yeah, I was just going to say, maybe it's not done so often because of 17 costumes for
I
me.
know.
All those other people.
But now we have the costumes. Now we could just do it
We
again.
can just do it
and
again.
again. We?
Just do it again. Okay, come on down.
Yeah.
Now I would be Grandma Mame. though.
I think Greg is frozen on us. Okay. We do have some more pictures. Let's hold the pictures, Fling, until let's hope that Greg can get back to us to look at some more costume photographs. Okay. All right. So next up, we have a clip from Mame, the number Mame, which is possibly the longest musical theater number in the history of musical theater. So what you're going to see here is just a piece of it.
The one where I worked the least in the whole show, which was, a break for me.
Yeah. Had you danced like that a lot in shows?
I mean, I've done a fair bit of stuff, although I'm not a trained dancer. But no. I went to town in this show. Yes, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
We called it the Mame Diet because you don't stop running in that show. You're in almost every scene, and you're changing costume every scene. So, yeah, it was incredible how more easily it got to zip up every costume as the
Another reason to do the show post.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's look at Mame.
You make our black-eyed peas and our grits Mame seem like the bill of fare at the Ritz. Mame.
You know, how do you even follow that up? I'm ready for the opening night party right now after that. You know, just the choreography that Vince did and what the dancers did. You know, the spinning, how they did anything after that, I'll never know. And the kick line, gosh, that was just amazing.
Oh my God, and seeing, oh my God, you guys, this is so incredible for me.
I'm sorry.
Holy
We probably should have given you a sneak peek. So
Maybe
you wouldn't
you've
be
seen
so
these clips already, but I had
emotional
not. Oh my God, I was getting.
Well, you've probably never seen that much of the show. You just see.
Of course
tiny little-
not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm just remembering the whole feeling of it. And James Lloyd Reynolds. Oh my
God.
See?
Yeah.
I remember you and Judy saying when he walked in the room and you met him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's so dreamy.
I said, I remember they said he's Bo, and I said, perfect. That's what James told me afterwards. He said, you said perfect.
I can work with this.
And we are still such good friends to this day.
Yeah.
He's a
He
great
was on with
guy.
us. He was on with us when we did the Lacage revisit.
Yes, which I've
Oh.
seen. Yeah.
Yeah. And Gregg is back. Gregg took riding habit to a new height in that costume. Amazing.
Oh, yes, I love that.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, I don't know if you can hear me. I've been kicked out of.
We can hear you.
I've been kicked out of the room about 30 times, so I can't tell if you can, if I'm with you
Oh.
or not.
We can hear you now.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
great. Yeah, yeah. You know, I had gotten to do Mame.
Oh,
Oh, we lost you again.
you're breaking up again, Gregg. I'm so sorry.
But at least you have a smile on your face.
I know. Every time he freezes, he's smiling.
Oh.
All right. We'll move on. If you don't know the story of Mame, Patrick grows up. And as with most young people, there's some bumps in life with his parental unit being Mame. And in this next, so we're going to have a little piece of If He Walked Into My Life. I think it's most of the song. But so for those who don't know the show, Patrick's all grown up. He's about to marry the wrong girl. And when Mame tries to talk to him about it, they argue and he storms out. And Mame reflects on what she has given him or may not have. Let's take a look.
Where's that boy with the bugle? My little love, who is always my big romance. Where's that boy with the bugle? And why did I ever buy him those damn long pants? Did he need a stronger hand? Did he need a lighter touch? Was I soft or was I tough? Did I give enough? Did I give too much? At the moment when he needed me, did I ever turn away? Would I be there when he called? If he walked into my life today? Were his days a little dull? Were his nights a little wild? Did I overstate my plan? Did I stress the man and forget the child? And there must have been a million things that my heart forgot to say. But I think of one or two. If he walked into my life today, should I blame the times I pampered him, or blame the times I bossed him? What a shame I never really found right wrong, what went wrong along the way. But I make the same mistakes if he walked into my life today. If that boy with the bugle walked into my life today.
Whoa. You know, I listened to that, and it's so hard for me to believe that that's 8 pieces in the pit.
Yeah.
What Michael Flaherty and Dan DeLange do with that, or did with that, it's just amazing to me.
Absolutely. And it felt that way on stage too, I have to say. It's such a great song, but they managed to get that fullness that, and you know, speaking of the orchestra and the orchestration, I mean, I did have to play bugle in that show. And at the very beginning, you know, in the opening scene, but it was a big thing for me. I took such pride in working hard on that because I played trumpet in high school. But I hadn't really played since university. So, I mean, I was a piano major at university, so it wasn't my thing. But I took pride in just trying to get the trumpet player in the pit to actually take note of what I was doing. And I managed to do that a few times when I hit a particularly high note in my little thing. That was my big pride and joy. But they were such a good band, and the orchestrations, yeah, that's where it all lies. That's what makes it sound the way it did. Yeah. Even now, that's what I was thinking, listening to it, going, oh my God, it wasn't that huge an orchestra.
I know. I wish we had been able to record an album from it. I mean, the cast recording, that would have sounded amazing.
Yeah, it would have.
Oh, that's
One day.
my God. Wow.
All right, Louise, we told you we wouldn't keep you all night, so we're gonna head toward wrapping this up soon.
Oh my God. Okay.
Thank you, Louise, and thank you, Greg. If you're still here, anywhere you can hear us, maybe you'll come back. I don't know. He's having connection problems. And Louise, stay where you are when all of this ends, and wait for us in the green room, and we'll pop in to say good night and thank you.
I just want you to know one last thing.
Please.
Oh.
This is my second pair that Greg had made for me for Mame. I still have them. I wear them in concert. I adore these dance shoes, and I will keep them forever.
You know, I can't wait till this is over. I want to come up there and see one of your concerts.
Well,
seriously, Toronto, Montreal, I love it all. So.
Hey, listen, I'm supposed to do a concert with the Naples Philharmonic in February, or the Philadelphia Pops in April or May, whatever. We'll see if that happens. But if it does,
it might happen. You know, if the theaters are big enough, social distancing, they might happen.
Right.
I hold out hope. I do hold out hope. And I got to come up and see your Piaf show over a year ago now. That was wonderful.
I know. That's right. You were there for opening, for God.
I was.
We were all set to go to London, by the way, with that. Yeah. That didn't happen, of course, because of all this. La, la, la.
Greg's back.
Oh, my God, Greg.
Greg, any closing thoughts?
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Well, I've enjoyed the little bits I've seen.
We'll send you a link so you can see the whole thing.
I'll
send you a little link so you can rewatch it.
But that was amazing getting to see the clips the parts that I got to see. It really was an amazing experience doing a show known for its spectacle and its amazing score in a venue that celebrates intimacy with the actor.
Yeah.
So you've got this dual thing. You think of it being in a great big old opera house or a big Broadway house, and here we were in that magical space, and yet it didn't feel tiny. It didn't feel underserved. No. And that's part of Louise's magic and the orchestrations and just the whole thing.
Yeah.
I know, it was such a lavish production. I'll never forget walking in there the first time and seeing the size of the stage, and I just about fell off the stage. What? We're going to do this show on this stage, and it is quite remarkable. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, can I say one thing about dresses? Right at the beginning, you showed a clip of opening a window, and that dress that Louise wore. It's a cruel dress. It's a knit dress, and you have to have 0% body fat to wear that dress, because even if you have a little rosette on your bra, it'll show. And there's Louise looking absolutely like an Olympic athlete, singing like the Broadway diva she is. I was like, man, you don't get that all in one package.
Oh, man. Thank you.
There you go, Louise. All right. So guys, wait in the green room when we send you out of here, and we'll check up with you before we say goodnight tonight. So to everybody watching from home, thank you for being with us. Don't forget, Shaking the Blues Away, streaming for 1 week starting October 29th. This is a once in a lifetime Goodspeed event. You do not want to miss it. Goodspeed.org to get your tickets. $25 for single tickets, or renew your membership for October 23rd, and you'll get a free link to watch the show. You do not want to miss this. Trust me. Okay, Dan, you're next.
Trust her. You don't want to miss it. Coming up for Greatspeed, first of all, it's hard to believe we've been doing this since, I think, April. And because the episodes we're not able to post them online, we're going to do a couple of look back at our own Greatspeed archive for the next 2 opportunities. So you can see on October 27th, Fiddler on the Roof. We've had a lot of requests. We asked people, what do you want to see again? And that was the number 1. And then the second one, which will be November 11th, is Anything Goes. So you'll have a chance, if you didn't have a chance to see them the first time around, come back and take a look. They're really worth looking at.
Great. Thanks, Dan. Okay. And so we have one more clip as we head out. We have Louise, Charles Haggerty as the grown-up Patrick, Kim Sava as his wife, and Lucas Schultz as Mame's great nephew, Pitre, in the finale of Mame. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Oh, but the boy is deprived. He's never even ridden an elephant.
Can I go with Auntie Mame? Can I, Mom? Please, please. It's just to India.
It's ridiculous. I wouldn't hear of it.
Dad.
You heard your mother.
You know what your trouble is, Mom? You don't live. Life is a banquet, and most poor sons of bitches are starving to death.
One thing you've got to understand. School begins the day after Labor Day. He's got to be back by then.
Oh, naturally, of course. Labor Day. That's sometime in November, isn't it? Peter, what times we'll have together. And when your little boy is ready to take a trip with Auntie Mame, I hope you won't be as antediluvian as your father.
What's antediluvian, Auntie Mame?
On the plane, Peter, I will give you a pad and a pencil, and you can write down all the words you don't understand.
She hasn't changed. She's the Pied Piper.
I've been shopping all day for your traveling gear. Long pants. And this.
Golly!
Oh, my little love. Your Auntie Mame is going to unlock doors for you. What adventures we're going to have together. Open a new window. Open a new door. Travel a new